Hey everybody, Conan 9001 here. Um, yeah, this topic for this rant came to me recently because of a certain film I recently saw as of last night, which was awesome. Let's see. Now, it's not going to be like one of those really negative rants that you're probably used to me having, but it's mostly going to be positive. Not really that much negative, but there will be a few things that about it that really should be looked at. Like if you go and look this up yourself. Okay, Harry Potter, well, the Harry Potter franchise, like the whole ordeal, like all the books, the movies, like just the entire thing itself. Now the whole thing started like back in 2000 and 2001, which, if you really think about it, for the first two films, and it was like 1 year right after the other, it kind of made sense that they put it on like the like whatever the year was for the first two films. It made really good sense to do that. But then, of course, for the third film, which I thought that was kind of BS at first, but then I realized it's like, hey, like, first of all, I was young when the first three films came out, and second, it's like, I mean, it's Hollywood, what can you do? But like all the Potter films are great, and when I went to go see the first one, when about not the very weekend it came out, like I had that kind of tradition where I wait at least a couple weeks before I go to see a film. I mean, that was like when I was young, but nowadays it's just like I go whenever I just really don't care. But for the first film, when I went to see it in theaters and then later got it on DVD, like when we actually went to the theaters to see it, we walked in about like when Harry was at Gringotts for like the first time and all that, and I thought for all the films, like they were pretty well done. But like for the first one, back when I went to see it, I was a huge Harry Potter freak. Read the first four books because they were the only books out at the time, and I was a huge freak of Harry Potter, and I mean, yeah, say what you will, but I really don't care because it's my choice to be a fan, not yours. So suck it if you don't like it. But anyway, I'm getting a little off track here. But the first Harry Potter film, and I mean, I was only a kid at the time, and the only thing I realized in the first film that they left out was one of the trials, like towards the end, like when Harry, Ron, and Hermione went under the trap door and all that, and one of the trials they left out and changed it around a bit was the potions trial. That was the only one I noticed that they left out. Like all the other ones, I know there was probably others that they left out, but that was like the big one I noticed. But it was still, I mean, back then, like I was kind of a little PO'd at the time because like. But looking back at it now, it's just like, yeah, they had a limit back then. Like they had to do it within like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Like they couldn't go beyond that. But now, like every movie since Chamber of Secrets is at least 2 hours, so they can actually get more accomplished. But with, well, of course, just like any other like thing, whether it be books, movies, TV shows, video games, whatever, that are based off of something else, you can tend to expect for everything that it's going to be different than what it's originally based off of. Because first of all, like you don't want an exact mirror copy. I mean, that's a golden rule. Because otherwise people would just go get the original thing and you would lose money and you just basically wasted your entire time trying to bring it to life. or put it into book form, whatever the case may be. I don't know. And second, you change it up a bit and make it a little different because of like I said, the whole money factor, and you make things different, and people are gonna see how it's different and actually go like see the movie that's based off the book, or buy the book that's based off the movie, whatever the case may be. I don't really know, because not everything that's based off of something else usually, most of the time it's usually a movie, but there are cases where it's kind of where something else is based off a movie, and yeah, it's. But anyway, going back on topic here, but I mean, definitely the three main leads, the guys who played Harry, Ron, and Hermione, like, they were probably have never been heard of at all before Harry Potter. Like, even if they had did something before that, like, probably be like, nope. Like, Harry Potter was the first thing they did. Like, no. Like, a really stubborn person would say that, but I'm not saying that probably is the first thing, or maybe it's not. I don't know. Feel free to look it up yourself. I really don't care. But you kind of grow on the whole franchise if you've watched it from watched the whole thing from beginning to end, and like the three lead actors, Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert, and Emma Watson, like they grow on you, man. They really do. But yeah, and with it, like I'm sad to see that it had to end, like really, like the whole franchise. But okay, I'm not gonna spoil what happens towards the end of part 2 of Deathly Hallows, but I will say that based on what's at the end, they could have J.K. Rowling could have continued with the whole like series and not have it necessarily focused on Harry Potter, but more or less like continue on like his kid and all, like the adventures of his kid and all that. Which actually, now that I think about it, maybe J.K. Rowling, if she's watching this right now, like get on that, okay? Like continue the thing, like. But also, yeah. Which, speaking of the being part 2 and all that, that kind of reminds me that I kind of always figured that they would do something like this, that the very last Harry Potter film was going to be in at least 2 parts, and probably make it like the longest there is. Because again, the whole money factor and the fact that fans don't want to see it over too quick, but they filmed it like back to back. Obviously, it was supposed to be one continuous movie, and they kept pretty much almost anything they could in. And I'm sure when the DVDs come out, there's going to be some deleted scenes, but it's not going to be as many, because they actually kept a lot more in and split it in 2 parts just to continue on and make more money and all that. But anyway, okay, so those are all the positives that I can think of right now. The more will come to me within the video, but now let's talk about a little bit of the negatives. There's not really that much to it. It's just, if you really were to look it up, you would start to realize, and it's not just J.K. Rowling, but a lot of writers, they are not really good at math. They really aren't. Because, I mean, you can look at the books, you can watch the movies, like, actually watch the movies. That's probably like a better visualization of what I'm talking about, of how J.K. Rowling is terrible at math, and she admits to this, okay? Okay, I'm not making fun of her. She actually admitted to something that she's not good at math, and I'm just pointing this out to you guys that you didn't know. But yeah, J.K. Rowling, like, if you watch the movies, when, just watch the first film, just to get, like, a bit of a reference. Like, start watching it from, and I'm picking out the scenes here, from the first time you ever see the Grand Hall in Hogwarts, which is when Harry Potter, Hermione, Ron, Draco, and all them get into the Sorting Hat and all. Like, watch from that scene up until about when Ron and Harry enter the Transfiguration class, like the very first time. Watch the scenes from that to then, and you'll notice something here. With first of all, there's a whole lot of students. It's not like an ordinary school where it's like, oh, it's like just a couple hundred or something, maybe 1,000 at most, like out of all the kids. No. These are like this is about somewhere, at least in a couple thousand. But yeah, notice that, and also look at the staff, because they're all in that one table up front, and all the way in the back of the Grand Hall thing. There's only 14 teachers, plus Dumbledore being the headmaster. So, you have 14 teachers teaching from about 9 o'clock in the morning to, or like 9 or 8 in the morning, I don't know, till about dinner time, which is around 6. And you have quite a few thousand students in Hogwarts. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe in order for that to be possible, to be able to teach that many kids at once, well, excluding the... Well, actually, no exclusions, but, like, if you really were to think about it, like, and, like, there's only 20 kids per class for, I'd imagine, maybe an hour. So, that is 10 hours in the day, so 10 classes, each 20 students, 14 teachers, so that's 200 kids per teacher in a day. But of course, it's not like each student's only taking one class. No, they're taking like at least 4 or 5 in a day. So, in order for the teachers to be able to handle that many students on an everyday basis, they would either have to... They would probably have to have, like, the time pendant that Hermione had in the third film, and keep doing that to teach multiple classes at once. But, yeah. That, plus, also she said for the fact that, there are 3,000 wizards in England alone. In England alone. They didn't say in the entire world. No, England alone. And 25% of them are at Hogwarts, according to J.K. Rowling. So basically you're saying that about 750... It's like about 750 kids are under the age of 18, is basically what they're saying. Like, at least. And you'd think, with 3,000 wizards in just England alone, that a Muggle would have been able to see something and actually suspected something by now. But, of course, J.K. Rowling made the Muggles really stupid, And it was like, oh, I didn't say nothing. No, like, no, that flashlight, no, that was just in my head. No. But, yeah. Those being the only problem, like, I definitely recommend going to see all the Harry Potter films. Like, buy the DVDs, or you can just wait until like all 8 films are in like a DVD or Blu-ray like combo package deal, and wait for that. Or you can actually go out and look for the DVDs that are out now, so you can get all the special features and all that. Which actually, the cool thing about the first film's DVD, like, actually no, I don't think it was the first film. No, this is the second film. Like the DVD, like the 2-disc version, or the special features were on a separate disc. And with that one, actually, that was pretty cool because it's like in like that in the first film, I believe, like they had like an interactive kind of game on the DVD. So, and I thought that was pretty cool when I was a kid. Because like this, in the second film, it was like a quiz like on all these spells, like to see if you really know your spells. And like some of the choices they had for the quiz one, some of the answers were really out of line. Because like you don't really have to see the film for some of these questions to know some of the answers. They just thought it would be funny just because of the way the wording is of the spell that they use. Like there's one where they showed a clip of Snape performing the Expelliarmus spell on Gilderoy Lockhart during the demo duel, and they stop it like while he's in the middle of casting it, and they ask you what that spell does. And one of the choices they had is that like Harry and Ron get expelled from Hogwarts, which pretty much you only have 2 choices left. I forget what the other choice was. That was the wrong answer. It was like it's 3 choices. 2 of them wrong, 1 being right, obviously. Yeah, but I forget what the other wrong choice was. But of course, you guys already know the right answer to that if you've seen the film. I mean, but some of them you don't even have to see the film to know what the right answer is, because the other 2 choices are just really out of line. But yeah, like it's really sad to see the series go. As far as the Harry Potter portion, like I would love the whole franchise to continue and be all about his kid. Kind of have him go through the same ordeal as Harry did, except a little more, happier and stuff like that. But then again, I can kind of see where J.K. Rowling wouldn't do that because, I mean, Harry's kid doesn't even have a freaking Lord Voldemort to him like Harry did. But it's pretty good. Yeah. But if they really wanted to, I guess J.K. Rowling would have continued on from there, but I can kind of see where she wanted to stop because, like, I mean, sometimes you do want to stop while you're ahead because you don't want to wind up coming out with some bunch of crap and not selling and just lose money. So financially, she made a good move, but it was a bad move on the fandom part. But let's see. With the whole series, it's pretty sad to see it go. But I do love how the 7th book and like the 2-part films, they pretty much brought back a lot of characters that you haven't seen in a long time, and it pretty much ties everything together, like why Harry has the scar to begin with, like why is the connection so important between him and Voldemort? Like, it really all comes together. Like, which in part 2, by the way, if you get a chance to see it, you'll see in here one of the best lines I've ever heard in an entire film. I'm not going to say what it is, because, for one, I don't want to spoil, and two, I cannot do that good of an impression of Mrs. Weasley. So that's kind of a hint that Mrs. Weasley says it. But I'm not going to say what it is, because it's too great. It's too great of a line. But, yeah, the whole Harry Potter franchise, it's really good. And I just can't wait until there's more things like that from J.K. Rowling. Like, I'm really looking forward to it if she ever does anything else with it. Oh, but interesting fact, which not a lot of people know. I actually heard this on Wired 96.5. It's a Philly station, so for those my international fans, you probably wouldn't know this, or anywhere outside of Philly, you probably would not know what I'm talking about. But for people I know that are from Philly, like, you probably know the station I'm talking about. But anyway, they asked the actor who played Draco Malfoy in the 8 films. Yes, it is 8 films. I'm not crazy, even though there's 7 books. They made the 7th one into 2 parts. So yes, 8 films. And they interviewed him, and they asked what he was going to do. I believe the actor's name is Tom something. I don't know, but it's the one that plays Draco Malfoy. That's in the films. That's all you really need to know. So what he's going to do after the films were done is that he's going to try and become a rapper. I mean, you've seen this kid, right? Like, he is, oh god, he's like the palest white boy ever, okay? He is whiter than vanilla ice, okay? It is unbelievable. It's unbelievable how white this kid is. Now, I'm actually kind of curious to hear whether or not he's going to be a good rapper. Probably he's going to only have a one-hit wonder happen to him, but I don't know. I kind of want to hear. I kind of want to hear it. I don't know why. I just do. It's like, yeah. I guess that's pretty much it that I have with the whole Harry Potter thing. But I guess in addition to that, since we're on the topic, I did hear a couple of songs that some other YouTube accounts have made about the whole Harry Potter franchise. Jacksfilms, he made his own Harry Potter song, which was the first Harry Potter song I heard, which was actually pretty good. It starts off slow and then picks up, kind of like the song American Pie, but shorter and more tempo based, I guess you'd say, for the proper term. I don't know. But then the next one I saw after that, which was freaking awesome, by the way, was one by Meekakitty and HeyHiHello, which was Wizard Love. That song is pretty banging. In fact, actually, you know what? What I'm gonna do is, by the time I get this uploaded, I'm gonna actually post in the description down below the links to all these Harry Potter songs that I came across that are actually pretty good. I mean, there's 3 that are good. One's a parody. of another song. The other two are actual original songs, and they're all pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna post a link to all three of them in my description. So be on the lookout for that. And I guess that's pretty much it. So I guess usual deal. Like you like this rant. Or if you're a big Harry Potter fan, like, subscribe, add to your favorites, do whatever. I don't really care. And I guess since a lot of the other Harry Potter fans that are like on YouTube are doing this as well, feel free to put in the comments like as just a little bonus thing, like in addition to like other rants you want to see or like any other topics you want me to cover. Like put also like what house you would be if Hogwarts was real and you were actually in Hogwarts. Like what house would you think you'd be under? Which for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about or forgot, there are 4 houses in the Harry Potter franchise in the whole series, like at Hogwarts. There's Gryffindor, which it's like those are like the leaders and like the really brave ones. Let's see. There's Hufflepuff, which is like the really hard workers that basically get the job done. There's Ravenclaw, which are the book smarts, and there's Slytherin, which is like the ones that make the most friends and all that. But of course, just like any other thing that they have, like there's always going to be 2 at least that are rivals, which of course throughout the whole series we know as Gryffindor and Slytherin being like rival houses. So yeah, do that. Like I said, I'm going to post the links to the 3 songs in the description. Be on the lookout for them. And feel free to put in the comments like what house you think you would have been part of if Hogwarts was real and you were actually enrolled. Now, I personally, I'm feeling like a mix of Slytherin and Gryffindor. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate comments for that. But I'm actually leaning more towards Slytherin for some reason. I don't know why. I just don't feel like the leader kind of type. I mean, that's really what it is. But yeah, feel free to post in the comments like what house you think you're in, and I guess I'll put like a whole system for the Harry Potter just to continue on, like which house is winning for every comment I get that's saying what house you think you'd be in. It's 10 points if it's just one house to that house, and it's going to be, I believe, yeah, it's going to be 5 points to each house if you're split like kind of like I am between 2 houses. If it's 3 houses, then it's going to be 3 points. If it's all 4, which is highly unlikely, but you could have trace of like all 4 of them, but I highly doubt. But if you feel like if you feel like you're more than 2, say why you are exactly more than just 2 of them, and like 3 or 4 of the houses, and say which one you're probably more towards, and I will actually award 100 points to the one you're leaning more towards. I don't know, I'll just do this whole franchise thing, so don't even worry about it. Unless like you're really Harry Potter fans and just follow me around for this. But yeah. Oh wow, I'm going beyond my usual outro. So I guess I will see you all guys later for my next rant, and probably I have a new segment up for the whole Harry Potter thing, even though the series is ending in the movie wise. but we shall keep it alive. So later, folks, and rock on, my Harry Potter freaks, and I will see you all. And I will see all of my fans next time, the next rants or whatever else I'm doing. So see you guys then. Oh, wow, over half an hour. Oh, God.